Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Mariota now on 2nd down. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mariota again. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now Gordon on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Off the play fake, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Being chased at time out of the scramble. But now the
partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13, is the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And they'll run it here. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Watson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Left side complete. Safarian-Jenkins. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively, pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Detroit! And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Third and long, it's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we got three down.
This is Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. 319.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now.
Here's Watson to throw on 2nd down. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Watson. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. And that is well short. Well left to boot. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action now. Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, Watson. Dancing to his left. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gone!
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this goal will be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
He's going to get it running right, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Watson. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play fake. Mariota. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the gun, Mariota. But he's got it to Burns. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll run it here. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gone! All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
From the gun, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've got fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Third and long here for Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Some runs are blocked so well, You almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Watson, operating from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And they'll go on the ground. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got room. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Lambo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. I don't see any flags, Charles. And in the final stages, the return touchdown has him an extra point away from tying this up.
You're exactly right. The field is clean. It's going to count.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Watson now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And on the ground they go with a running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Watch it now, Barney.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, it's Banks. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. He's made 2. He's missed 1. This time for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. This guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Jaguars, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.